Hey guys, so for today's workout we have two parts. Part one is a 10-minute AMRAP of 4 different movements. Movement number 1, we're going to do 20 reps. Movement number 2, we're going to do 30 reps. Movement number 3, we're going to do 40 reps. And movement number 4, we're going to do 50 reps. So, movement number 1, alternating slider, or in this case, floor leg curls. I'm actually going to use my socks on the hardwood floor since they slide. I'm going to bridge up, squeeze my butt. Shoulders are back, core is braced. I'm going to alternate as I go, extending one leg out, curling it back in. Now this is 20 total, 10 each leg. Our second movement is going to be 30 repetitions of a floor press. So in this case, we'll need 2 smaller dumbbells, or you can use 1 larger dumbbell. So I have my 1 dumbbell. I'm going to set myself up on the ground. My knees are bent, shoulders are back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press straight up, back down as low as I can, up and down for 30 repetitions. My elbows are touching the floor very lightly, and then going straight back up. So 30 reps there. Our second movement we have, third movement we have plank slider snow angels. So I'm going to set myself up in a plank position. I'm going to use my socks as my sliders, and I'm going to start in a plank position, making sure I have enough room to spread out my legs as I go side to side. So imagine doing a snow angel. We're just taking the movement of the arms out of it. So I'm extending my leg out, knees are straight, core is braced, squeezing my glutes as I go side to side. It's 40 total, 20 each leg. Our last movement, 50 repetitions, is going to be lateral squat walks, and we can do this in one small space. So what we're going to do, I'm actually going to set myself up this way so I'm not going side to side on a hard and then soft surface. So maybe I pick one surface as opposed to the other. But what you're going to do is you're going to set yourself up in a slight squat. If you can, get as low as possible. We're going to start with our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're going to step out, bring the foot in, step out, bring the foot in. 50 total, 25 each way. So side to side. As I bring that foot in, I'm just tapping the floor and then stepping out to the other side. Okay, so that's part 1. You're going to go through as many rounds of that as possible in 10 minutes. Okay, going on to part number 2. Hey guys, so what we have for part 2 of our workout, we have an EMOM. So what an EMOM is every minute on the minute. And in each minute, we're going to be doing a superset. So 2 movements, 8 repetitions of each. If you finish your superset in less than a minute, you're going to take the remaining time in that minute to rest or to get ready to switch. So say I finish my superset in 40 seconds, I'll have 20 seconds to rest. Say you finish it in 50 seconds, you'll have 10 seconds to rest. If you don't finish it within your minute, as soon as that minute is up, you're right on to the next superset. Okay, so we have 2 supersets. We're going to go 4 rounds of this. So what we have for our first minute and our first superset, we have a ground to overhead with a rotation, 8 each way, total of 16. So what we're going to do, I'm going to grab a medicine ball. If you don't have a medicine ball, you can use a weight, you can use a textbook, anything that we can grab, secure hold of, and press overhead. Okay, so my medicine ball, I'm going to hinge at the hips, so my hips are back, chest comes forward. I'm going to pull straight up. I'm going to press overhead and rotate to the side. So notice how my foot's pivoting and I'm rotating to the side. My arms are on either side of my head. Okay, back down to the other side. 8 each way, total of 16. Once I'm done with these, I'm going to go right into my next exercise. So this is the superset. I'm going to do 8 repetitions of a curl to overhead press to tricep extension. This is called a triple threat. Okay, so curl overhead, tricep extension, 8 of these. So as I curl, I'm keeping my elbows in. As I press overhead, keeping elbows in. As I tricep extend, keeping elbows in. So don't let the elbows flare out either of these movements. Want to keep them in nice and close. Belly stays braced. So say again, if I finish that in 50 seconds, I have 10 seconds to get ready for my next superset, which is going to take place on the floor. So superset number 2, what we have is 8 repetitions of a prone ITYW. So ITYW. ITYW, face down on the floor. So if we need to, we can use 2 smaller weights to grab in our hands. I'm gonna demo this without weight so you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're going to roll our hips under, stomach is braced, glutes are firing, heels are together, hands start down by your sides with palms facing up, shoulders are back. I'm going to, I can either rest my head on the floor, I can lift my head up, whatever's more comfortable on your neck. You're gonna extend out to the side. As you extend out to the side, you're gonna rotate so that your palms end up facing towards each other as you extend overhead. Okay? Then you're gonna drive your elbows down, squeeze shoulder blades together, and reset. So that was 1. That's 2. That's 3. All the way to 8. Okay? Your next exercise in this superset is going to be one of 2 things. It can either be a hollow body lift or hollow body hold into a relax, hollow body hold into a relax. So for this one, we'll go hands down by sides. We're gonna crunch the shoulders up, or the shoulders off the ground, neck is up. If you want to, you can support your neck with your hands, or you can go down by your sides. So what you're gonna do is you're going to start with your feet on the floor. You're gonna push your low back into the ground. You're gonna lift your legs up and then relax. Lift the legs up and relax. So as we're lifting, we're pushing your low back into the ground, belly stays braced, chest is crunched up, legs are extended. We can bend the knees as well. So if we need to, we can go knees bent. We're gonna lift, push low back into the ground, and back down. So this is a little bit easier than this, okay? To make it extra hard, what we can do, so you'll do 8 of those. To make it extra hard, what we can do is 8 each side of a V up. So what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna start by laying flat on the ground. I'm actually gonna extend my arms overhead, and I'm going to extend my right hand to reach towards my left leg as I go up into a V position. Okay, so I'm extending up, I'm making a V, hollowing out my core, and I'm bringing my leg up, keeping my leg as straight as I can. So 8 each side, total of 16. Notice how both hands are coming up with me, but I'm touching opposite hand to opposite foot as I go into that V position. Okay, so if you want to make that more challenging, that is your alternative. 8 each side, total of 16. Once you've done your 8 ITYWs and your 8 hollow body, or your 8 each side of your V-ups, that'll be your second superset. And what you're gonna do, again, is if you finish in 50 seconds, you have 10 seconds to rest. If you don't finish at all in a minute, you're gonna go right back to the beginning where you started, which is your hip hinge to overhead with the rotations and your triple threats. So everything is 8 repetitions, or 8 repetitions on each side, and you're doing your supersets in 1 minute. Anytime remaining in that minute, if you finish before, you're using to rest, and then once that minute hits a minute, you're right on to the next superset. You're gonna do this for a total of 4 rounds. So if we have 2 supersets we're doing 4 rounds of, it's gonna be total 8 minutes. All right, you guys, good luck.